What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Let There Be Talk. It is June 2nd, and it's Monday. I am awake after what I have, like a 5-day run. I was out in Austin and then in Phoenix. And I will tell you, I was fucking zapped last night. Went to bed at 8 p.m. I could sleep no problem from 8 p.m. all the way to the next day. But I got Gertie, and Gertie will get up, and then I have to get up. So Gertie is my anti-depression sleep mechanism. She's like, nah, you're not staying in bed. Get up. So good thing I got her. Gertie turned 9 over the weekend and had a little party for her when I got home from Arizona yesterday. Went and got her a piece of salmon, her favorite, uh, the salmon from this restaurant. She just gobbled that down. And then I got her some dog ice cream from the Van Leeuwen or whatever. Banana and what was it? Banana strawberry or no, banana peanut butter. So she gobbled it all down and then just laid around like a sack of flour. Just, oh, which is funny because I was talking about barbecue and Jay Buchanan from the Rival Sons. He and I had done Fort Worth, Texas years ago. And we went to this barbecue and we ate like maniacs. And we had a show in a couple hours and we were both in the dressing room, the green room at the club, and we were just like, oh God. None of us were talking, neither of us were talking. We were just like, ugh, oh. And he sent me an Instagram video yesterday. He goes, this is us after that barbecue in Fort Worth, Texas. And it was just two lions who had just ate like a fucking zebra or something. And they were laying out in the desert, and you could hear them. They're just going, oh, oh. That was Gertie yesterday. She's just laying around. Oh. Anyway, so yeah, I got home last night. Crazy run. I was in Austin to get that stem cell in my neck from Ways to Well. And I will tell you what, I am totally obsessed with this place now. They are future medicine. It's just incredible. I went in this place and it's got a beautiful view of like the Austin, like mountain valley. You're up on this like plateau and you're just looking down on this valley, and you go in and they just treat you like just like a king. And it's really how you wish medicine was in America, you know, just not trying to profit off of pharmaceuticals and just, trying to figure out the ultimate, map for your body for eating. They do blood work. They find out what's bad for you, They do the stem cells, which is insane. I went and got a stem cell, re-up. It was crazy. They like hit your neck with this ice cold kind of freezer. Like, I don't know. I'm pulling the trigger right now. Like it's just like something on your neck. And it's totally frozen. And then they inject the stem cells into your neck. And then you go into another room and you put a mask on and you breathe in stem cells for like 12 minutes to, really burn away any garbage you have in your lungs and help with your esophagus and your vocal cords. And it's just unbelievable. And then you go red light therapy. If you've never done all this stuff, it's not hippie or dumb. It's absolutely just another level of medicine. And oh man, I mean, this place will I'll be going to this place for the rest of my life. It is fantastic. And then they've got all kinds of vitamins you can buy that are real vitamins. This I've been reading lately, a lot of vitamins you get on Amazon and shit are just fake. It's just insane what's going on in the world. Just sell some fake vitamins on Amazon. So you're just taking the vitamins thinking you're doing good, and you go to the doctor and they're like, you're low on vitamin D. And you're like, what do you mean? I've been taking it all year. And it turns out it's just fucking saline water or something. Anyway, Ways to Well out in Austin. Huge shout out to them. Unbelievable. And so I got there on what was it, Tuesday afternoon, hung out with my man Chris Whipper Layton from the Double Trouble, the legendary drummer, Kenny Wayne Shepherd's drummer now, and also the Billy Gibbons side band. He plays drums in that when Billy's not doing ZZ Top. So I guess Frank Beard has got some health issues. So ZZ's kind of a standby right now, on and off. And the Whipper goes out and plays with the legendary Billy Gibbons. Whipper is just an amazing friend. He was on the podcast a few years ago, and if you haven't heard it, go back and listen to it. What this guy, I stayed at his house, and I'm just looking around, and he's got like 5 fucking Grammys sitting over there, just on in the corner. Double Trouble, Stevie Ray Vaughan, just Grammy City. And then he's got all these old photos of them out on tour. And you're just looking at it and you're going, Leighton played drums in Stevie Ray Vaughan's band, and Leighton is amazing. I mean, that trio later it had the B3 and they were 4-piece, but when you just look at how they came out and played blues, I've talked about it before, and it was mainstream. It's still right now on classic rock radio. you know? I mean, Stevie Ray's the reason we have John Mayer and Kenny Wayne Shepherd and Joe Bonamassa, all these guys. Stevie Ray, it's like Hendrix and his bluesy era. And you got, of course, the classics, the Kings, B.B. King and Albert King, and then you have the the blues inspired players like Jimmy Page and shit, but actual blues group playing blues and being on the radio is still mind boggling to me. And Leighton, just an amazing human, man. We hung out and I didn't do any comedy. People are like, you got to go do some sets in Austin. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get the stem cell and I'm just going to walk around South Commerce and eat some good food and take a couple days off and hang out with the Whipper. The Whipper. It was peaceful, but I will tell you what, something crazy happened while I was there. A full hailstorm / tornado. I mean, okay, the first night I'm there on a Tuesday. I go to bed around 10 and I'm laying in bed and around 1 a.m. I wake up and it sounds like bombs going off. And in this day and age of the hostility around America, immediately I'm like, holy shit, somebody's blowing something up. It was so fucking loud. It was just. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was going on. I opened the front door and it's thunder. And it is thunder like I've never heard. And it is pouring rain and there's hail and wind. And I'm like, this is fucking insane. So now that it's not bombs, I go, all right, cool. I'm going to go back to bed. Man, I laid there all night. This shit was fucking. It sounded like those planes when they hit the speed of light or the speed of sound. Like when the Concorde jet used to go, it'd fly out of New York and it'd get right over like Queens and just wake up Queens. It was insane all night. So then the next day, I went and got the stem cell and everything, and then got some ribs, Terry Blacks, did some ribs and sausage with the jalapeno and cheese, perfect for my reflux, and green beans. Ate some food, walked around South Commerce again, saw some cool shops. I never seen a street with so many boot shops. You know, you got Lucchese, you got Acme, you got all these boot shops down there. They got an Imogee and Willie's down there. It's like food and boots. That's what South Commerce is. And then the Continental Club and Sea Boys, that place where Bill and I went and saw Jimmy Ray Vaughan years ago. It's a great street. If I lived in Austin, I would live off of South Commerce because you could just walk every morning, get a good coffee and some food. There was some vegan joint I ate at that was pretty fucking good. So anyway, I didn't do any comedy. I got the stem cell. Then I flew to Phoenix. Oh, by the way, on the second day in Austin, the biggest hailstorm I've ever seen rolled in, and thank God I got the coverage on the rental car. The rental car was under this overhang, so it didn't get fucking destroyed. But it's always that thing. You want the coverage? It's like, well, I got car insurance. Doesn't that cover it? And then they try to give you that old, I don't know. And then you got to call your insurance place and you're on hold for an hour. It's fucking more bullshit. But anyway, the fucking hail on the second night I was there, it was like mini bricks, like square, weird bricks and round balls. And just fucking up shit. So I went to bed. I got up in the morning. Thank God, no storm. Flew to Phoenix. So I went from Austin, that was 100 degrees, to Phoenix, that was 100. And I love the Uber drivers. Like, you got us on a cool week. 100 degrees at daytime, 93 at night. And I did the House of Comedy. And I've talked about it before. There's some improvs out there. And then there's House Comedy. And this is the insanity of comedy. Not only is it super fucking hard comedy, writing material, getting up on stage, working, trying to find some kind of, longevity in it. Like, God damn, I love this. I want to keep doing it. Not only is it that, then you're dealing with shit, and I've talked about it, I think I said it last week, where you got two clubs in town, and if you do one, the other one won't book you. And it really kind of comes down to who booked you first. Now, when you're coming up, there's C level clubs, there's B level clubs, there's A level clubs. So when you're coming up, obviously you're going to work in C level clubs and B level clubs until maybe you get some kind of boom and traction. Then the A clubs come around like, hey, buddy, we love you. Yeah, come on. So I've never got to do the improvs. And I talked to the guy face to face. And I said, yeah, he's like, we got to get you in here. And I go, well, yeah, I've been trying to get in here. He goes, well, you do the other club. And I'm like, yeah, you know why I do the other club, right? Because you don't fucking book me. So I didn't do the other club for a couple years. They still didn't book me. So I was like, you know what? This is fucking dumb. I'm just going to go where they want you and work and kick some ass. And in the meantime, this House of Comedy was built way outside of town in this place called Desert Ridge. It's way outside. It's 20 minutes outside of Scottsdale, 15 minutes or so. Well, in the meantime, the fucking Improv built a club 10 feet from this fucking place, man. It's just unreal. The insanity of, comedy clubs and club owners and corporate and the business. It's fucking wild. You're just going like, hey, man, I'm just coming out to give you a kick-ass show. I don't need any fucking drama or any of that bullshit. I want to come in, do some comedy, and I'm gonna have some people there. These 5 shows, I was only booked 10 days out, and I'll tell you this right now: 2 were almost sold out, completely wall to wall, and 3 were completely empty. 31 people, 21 people, and like 40 people. And they were the late shows. And to me, it just seems like, the late shows, it seems like that's a dead format in a lot of towns where people work all week and they're fucking tired. And, you're going on at 10:30. They're like, yeah, I'm not. It's already hard enough to get people out. And then you hit them with a 10:30. They got to get a babysitter. They got to be awake. So 2 of the shows, fantastic. I actually liked all the shows. The small crowds were great too. They came out. There were some people that said to me, we thought the late show would be better. It'd be wilder. I'm like, it's not rock and roll. Comedy late is like pre-COVID. Where, sometimes pre-COVID, you would do a 7 o'clock, 9:30 show and 11:45. You do 3. And man, it's fucking tough. You're out there, you're doing hours of comedy. It's a lot of work, man. A lot of people don't see the grind. They either see the fame or they see the entryway, but they don't understand the making a living, working, the quote unquote blue collar comic. It's a grind. Airports, flights, rental cars, Ubers, 5 1-hour shows in a weekend, sometimes 6 1-hour shows in a weekend. And holy shit, it'll knock you out. Thank God I love it. If I didn't love it, I'd be so long gone. I'd be so out of here if I didn't love it. Fucking see you later. Oh my God. You know, it is more work than anything I've ever done. So I just want to put that out there and say thank you to the people that came out. A lot of people came out from seeing the special, which is really fucking cool. You know, I mean, that is something that I am just really proud of. They just come out and they're like, dude, I love the special, which is fucking cool. Anyway, thank you. Let's get into some stuff today here. Let me look. Iron Maiden. I've been saying this for years. With Iron Maiden, you need to go to every other tour if you want to, hear deep tracks and pure old school Maiden. Now, if you are a super Maiden fan and you don't care, you love the new record and you want to hear 7, 8 songs off the new record, you go to the every other tour. But if you're one of those people, you go to every Maiden tour. But with me, I've been seeing Maiden since the Number of the Beast tour. And I love Maiden and I want to hear old Maiden. Because, I'm happy that Maiden does new albums, but they really haven't knocked me out with a new record in a long time. So they started their tour and it is the 50-year celebration, 50 years of Iron Maiden. And it was their first show with Simon Dawson, their drummer who's popped in for Nico McBrain, who has retired. And Simon sounded great, fuck. But I'll tell you what was really great was his damn set list. Murder in the Rue Morgue. Murder in the Rue Morgue. fucking great. Wrathchild, Killers, Phantom of the Opera, Number of the Beast. Look at that. The first five songs are some of the best. I mean, Wrathchild second. Are you hearing me? And then Killers. Unreal. Phantom of the Opera, The Number of the Beast. First five songs, you could literally leave after that, get home early, and get your money's worth. Song six, The Clairvoyant. Seven, Power Slave. Eight, 2 Minutes to Midnight. Nine, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. 10, Run to the Hills. Seventh Son of the Seventh Son, The Trooper. Hallowed Be Thy Name, Iron Maiden. The encore is Aces High, Fear of the Dark, and Wasted Years. This could be one of the best set lists I've ever seen from Iron Maiden. I mean, this is so fucking good. It is blowing my mind. So I will be seeing Maiden for sure. Gertie's knocked out. Gertie's birthday, she's 9, like I said. She she is just, I love this dog. Anyway, I'm going to see Maiden 100%. And they sound great. I watched the videos. They still got that fucking third guitar player guy. I still don't know his name. The dude spinning the fucking, here he is right here. What is that guy's name? Anyway, there's always videos of him from the tour eating shit. I'm not going to knock the guy. What am I going to do? I've been knocking him for years. They don't need him, but he's there. He's been part of Maiden for years now, and that is what it is. I'm going to go. Last time Bill Burr and I went, we saw him about 5-6 years ago at the soccer field here in LA, and it was fucking crushing. They did the Live After Death set, which is the ultimate Maiden set, Scream for me, Long Beach! Anyway, so I'm looking forward to, I don't even know when they're playing here. Let me look if the Iron Maiden tour dates. I mean, here we go, 25. Run for Your Lives World Tour. God, I'm telling you, that set list just blows my fucking mind. They're all over Europe all summer here. And something's making a noise here. My house. I don't know what it is. Wow, they're just killing it in Europe. There's no U.S. dates that I see in so far, which is kind of a bummer. Oh, look at this. They've got all the tours on their website. This is cool. So here we go. This is when Burr and I saw him. I can't believe how long ago it was. This can't be right. Wait, somewhere back in time, 2009? Is that right? That can't be. No, that's just not right. I did see this tour also, but hold on. Let me look. Sorry, guys. Let's see. I think we saw him in, oh no, here it is. We saw Legacy of the Beast tour, 1819. Here it is. Oh my God. Unbelievable. So I'm trying to find the dates here. Man, Killswitch Engaged played some of that tour. Look at that, man. That's a big tour for them. We went backstage. We hung out with them. It was so fucking cool. Here it is right here. We saw them. Wait, where's LA? Here. Yeah, at the Bank of California Stadium. Fozzy. See you later. The Raven Age. September 14th, 2019. That is what last time I saw Maiden. So like I said, every other tour, you are going to see an incredible set list, and this one is just mind-boggling to me. I don't see any U.S. dates. If you guys know, go ahead and hit me on the Instagram or whatever and let me know. Some more stuff I want to talk about. I which oh, by the way, I want to just read off some of these fantastic podcast comments. I've asked people to leave comments on iTunes for years now, and once in a while, people will just fucking leave them, and I'll be like, "Wow, thanks." I mean, I got thousands and thousands of listeners, and you know, it takes 1 minute, just go leave a review. So I just checked it because I hadn't checked it in a while. And there was some great reviews on here. I just want to give those guys a little shout out because I've said it before, this dumb shit helps. Here we go. Let's see. My favorite podcast, Fritzy. I've been here for a few years now, and got to say, Dean Delray isn't just a favorite comedian of mine. He's also one of my favorite human beings. Listening all these years, Del Raisers all tend to feel like Dean is a good friend. We like the music, we like the same clothes. As the good song says, I highly recommend subscribing and digging back and doing a nice deep dive. Thank you, Fritzy. Pretty fucking cool. Next one is Hammy 75, a walking encyclopedia, all things vintage, music, LA, San Francisco scene, guitars, 80s Sunset Strip survivor, timepiece wizard, or strap a motor to it. Dean's your guy. An American treasure walks amongst us. Thank you for all the content, Maestro. Pretty fucking cool. John Frias. What a great music, comedy, movie, and pretty much everything built from a craft podcast here. This dude interviews everyone from mainstream to underground. Golden Eagles. Best listen ever. 5 stars. And then one more. Soul Love 77. Dean gives some great perspective on life, music, comedy, culture, with an old soul West Coast vibe. Appreciate your interviews with some of my favorite artists, movers, and shakers. Never miss a Sunday solo show. There you go, man. Pretty fucking cool. Um, and oh, Jason, Eugene, Oregon. The Chris Hayes episode is fantastic. I've said it before, Dean's passion for music and culture is evident during his interviews, and it's why he's one of my favorites. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for leaving those reviews. Subscribe on YouTube and iTunes, which, by the way, the special is coming up on 40,000 views. It's kind of moving slow this week, but shit, man, every day it gets about a couple hundred views, which is unbelievable still to me. You know, if I get to 40,000, I'm going to be blown away. And keep sharing it with your friends. Keep leaving reviews. Oh, I forgot to shout out. When I was in Austin, there's this radio station there called Austin, what is it? Sun Radio? Hold on, let me look it up because they've got an app and now I'm using the app. Yes, Sun Radio. Oh my God, this station was so good. It's like an indie kind of college sounding station. And oh, I just fucking love it. I can't recommend it enough. And so you can get the app for free. Oops, I just turned it on. Sun Radio in Austin. I want to give them a shout out because they were playing just some of the best fucking music and just the variety was unbelievable. I wish, can I see what they played today? Nah, I can't. Bummer. But anyway, they play like, they'll be like playing Nirvana, and then they'll play like James Brown, and then they'll play, you know, War and Treaty, and then they'll play Radiohead. It was in my rental car, and I was fucking loving this station. So Sun Radio, get the app, tune in, and I had to give them a shout out. Just one of those radio stations that just blows me away. Just the ultimate kind of jukebox of everything great. You know, it doesn't matter what genre. They just here you go, and you're like, oh God, what a great song. It's funny. I was listening to it, and About a Girl came on Nirvana, and it must have been one of those times in my life where I'm just behind the wheel. I'm at a red light, and I'm listening to it, and I was just saying to myself, this is a fucking masterpiece song. It is just perfection. Guitar tone, lyrics, the short amount of time. It's like 3 minutes, 12 seconds. The sound of it, it is perfection. And, Nirvana was always kind of number 3 or 4 to me. It was always Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam versus record, and then Nirvana, um, In Utero, and the first record, Bleach, and then the Unplugged, which is just unreal. So it's on the first record, About a Girl, but it becomes famous as a hit from the MTV Unplugged. And man, I'm telling you, that song hit me at that red light like a fucking ton of bricks. I was just sitting there thinking about how all these guys are gone. Lane, Cobain, Cornell, and the music, the impact they made. It reminded me a lot of the 60s of Janis, Jimmy, and Jim Morrison. They were here and then they were fucking gone. But the amount of music and how good it is mind boggling. And that About a Girl, it could be one of the best songs of all time of the Seattle era. The grungies. But it is just fucking perfect, man. It's totally Beatles. Not meaning it doesn't sound like the Beatles, but it's just a perfect kind of short, hooky smasher like the Beatles would play. So anyway, that radio station and Cobain, hats off, man. Fucking amazing. Just go listen to that song today. It is fucking wild. Oh, I forgot to mention, I flew into Phoenix, and I was thinking of, living healthy. Now I was coming from Austin, and I landed in Phoenix, and I'm getting off. And when you get off, there's the line of people that were getting ready to board the plane I just came in on. And so when I come off, there's the pre-boarders, and it was 9 wheelchairs, and not one person had a broken limb. It was all obviously diabetes or uh, you know, weight infected. It's just like their body is infected by weight. And 9 wheelchairs. Unreal. No broken bones. Just, it's just what's happening with America. That's just the food and depression eating and all of that. It was just fucking wild to see 9 wheelchairs and no motorcycle injuries or football injuries or anything. It's just people sitting there like, I just can't fucking move anymore. Wild. Anyway, I just threw that out there because it kind of blew my mind. Uh, and also in Austin, they've got the Waymo driverless cars. And, I took one in San Francisco and did that video, but they're starting to get all over the place. And I realized that I kept calling them Wham-0. I was like, I'm going to take a Wham-0. And people are like, Wham-0? You mean Waymo? I go, oh, yeah. And then I realized Wham-0 was the ultimate toy manufacturer when I was growing up in the 70s, Wham-0. And they made this thing called the slip and slide. You fucking spray water on it and then you run and you dive on it. You just break your fucking chest plate because you're diving on the ground and you slide across somebody's lawn. And they sold it in a box. And then later people, poor people like my neighborhood, we were like, we don't have money for a Whammo. We're going to just go get some, green garbage bags and we'll just cut them up and we'll just spray them down and fucking run and jump on those. And then the green garbage bags would be come apart and you just stop on the lawn like, oh, fuck. But yeah, I've been calling them Whammo. And they also, Whammos made this thing called the water weenie. And it was like a kind of like a water balloon, but it was thicker and it was long, like a fucking long hot dog. And you fill it up and it had kind of a stopper and then you spray people with it. So I was thinking like Whammo. What happened to Whammo? So I'm going to look it up real quick while I'm here. Whammo toys. Here we go. Whammo toys. Oh, they made Frisbees. Oh, they're still around. What the fuck? Let's look it up here. Whammo All Products. This company, man, they still make the fucking slip and slide. They make it totally the PC version. It's got like bumpers on each side so you don't come out of it. That's weak. They make Frisbees and they don't do the water weenie anymore. Here it is, 30-foot slip and slide, $500. Get the fuck out. I think that thing was like $20 at Toys R Us or TG&Y. $500 for a fucking slip and slide. I'm telling you, man, the world is priced itself out. We're just all going to fucking die from no money. $500. Okay, Whammo makes all kinds of shit now, but I'd like to know. Oh, they make a shorter one for $149. What a bunch of dicks. I can't believe it. Then they got one called Splash Bowling, which is $27 for some reason. Wait, and it looks like a slip and slide. I would just buy the Splash Bowling and just make it my slip and slide. Oh my God. Anyway, Whammo. I want to Google the company because I want to know. Let's see. Whammo water weenie. Hold on. Water weenie. Here it is. Oh yeah, there's like vintage right here. $99 for a vintage one on eBay. This is fucking hilarious. Whammo squirting toy. 99 bucks. Fucking crazy. But does it got anything on the description? I want to read the description. Here it is. 1972 Whammo water weenie squirt toy. New sealed in the box, new old stock. Amazing power tube squirts water all over your friends. Still sealed. Cardboard does not have creases. It is mint. $100 for some vintage water weenies. It's basically like a condom. It's like a condom, and you just fill it up with water. This is crazy. There's people selling vintage shit on here. Here's a rare Whammo water wiggle from 1962. How long have these guys been around? Okay, I need to know how long. Oh, look at this. You could YouTube their commercials from the 70s. God, this is the stuff I love the internet for. Fuck you and the AI that's gonna kill us all. I just like old, rabbit hole, dig down the fucking dig down the rabbit hole. Hold on here. Let me see here. Whammo. I want to see when they started. Whammo history. Here we go. This is crazy shit. Whammo. American toy company based in Carson, California. They're fucking out here. Is known for creating and marketing popular toys for nearly 70 years. They invented the hula hoop. This is insane. Frisbee, slip and slide, Super Ball. Get the fuck out of here. 1964 synthetic rubber Super Ball was invented by Wham-0. Chemist Norman Stingley created this elastic ball made of Zetron. I can't even fucking believe what I'm reading right now. This is unbelievable. Silly string. Oh my God. And the hacky sack. Get the fuck out. I thought fucking hippies invented the hacky sack. I thought it was just some dirty fucking trustafarians. This is crazy. They show the hacky sack with the yarn version. I never liked that. I liked the one with that was leather. Look at this. A foot bag, round, usually filled with plastic pellets or sand, which is kicked in the air as part of a competitive game. Now, I will tell you this right now, and I haven't thought about this for years, but around my sophomore year in high school, I got into some hacky sack. And fuck, man, me and my buddies were pretty fucking good. It is wild. Just now, that just hit me right now. There was probably a serious 4 months where I went full hacky sack. And I'm fucking man enough to admit it. That is hilarious. Hacky sack. Anyway, Whammo. This is the weirdest podcast today. I'm just all over. I'm fucking deep. Whammo, founded in 1948. It's been around 77 years. Founder Richard Kern and Arthur Spud Mellon. This is nuts. They're in the same fucking spot they've ever been in. 966 Sand Hill Avenue, Carson. This is absolutely... Oh, remember this thing? Magic window. It had like sand in it and it was sealed and you'd kind of turn it and you'd make like waves and oh my God, magic window. People had these in your house. You'd go into somebody's house, one of your friends, and their parents would have it up like as art. That and one of those big lamps that you turn on and it had like a naked lady in the middle and wax would drip down on these, like make it look like it's raining on this naked lady. Oh my God. Magic window. You can't even believe how many toys they created. I'm looking at the list. I'm not going to waste your time and read them all, but Silly String 1969. Unbelievable. I'm surprised they didn't do Silly Putty, which was another fucking genius thing. Silly Putty, you'd roll it up, it would be a Super Ball. Or you could rub your silly putty on the fucking comics on the newspaper and it would fucking go on there. Man, oh man, was it simpler times in the 60s and 70s. Silly putty, silly string, magic window, slip and slide, hacky sack, frisbee, hula hoop. Come on, man. You fucking kids missed it. Anyway, Whammo. Whenever you see one of those driverless cars, it's not Waymo, it's Whammo. Let's see here. I watched the first half of the Pee Wee Herman documentary. It is fantastic. I will finish the second half tonight. I cannot wait. It is deep. It is heavy. And I highly recommend it. I think it's on HBO. And Pee Wee is just, man. I saw the Broadway play. I grew up on Pee Wee. I absolutely love the Big Adventure movie. And just to watch what an artist this guy was and what he created, it's just unreal. And I highly recommend it. Pee Wee Herman. I think it's called Pee Wee Herman himself. HBO. And man, fucking heavy. Also, I'll tell you another heavy thing, man. You get out there and, you get on the road and you run into old friends and stuff, and you find out they've got health problems, man. I just found out my buddy yesterday has bone cancer. It's Paul at Auto Kennel. I just want to, send some positive vibes his way. He says he's gonna be okay. But man, there's just no guarantee. There is no guarantee, man. So shout out to Paul, Auto Kennel. I'm sending some good vibes your way, brother. Okay. I still have not seen the Mission Impossible movie. I wanted to go see it in Arizona. It was playing on the IMAX about 20 feet from me. Would have been easy to see it, but I chose to hang out with an old friend, my buddy Blake, who I met when I was doing the Quentin Tarantino Hell Ride movie. He was one of the editors on it. And in my mind, he did the best edit of the Tarantino film, of the Hell Ride. And at the end, Larry Bishop ended up editing it. But, you know, it was great to see him. He reminded me it was almost 20 years ago that we did Hell Ride. And I can't even fucking believe that. But, he did a great edit of the movie. He made this great fucking biker adventure. And then Quentin saw it and was like, what is this? This movie has a story and it makes sense. Biker movies don't have a story. They don't make sense. It's a grindhouse. It's just, tits and motorcycles and fights. That's what it is. And so it got re-edited and it is what it is now. But oh my God, man, it would be cool if Blake could put out his version because it was a fucking biker film, man. It was, I mean, like, it just had a story. A lot of people love Hell Ride, which is great. I am fucking so proud to have been on Hell Ride. A dream come true. Do a movie with Dennis fucking Hopper, David Carradine, I sang some of the soundtrack. I'm on the poster. There it is, Hell Ride. A total dream come true. And it's a lot. It's a lot like a lot of stuff I've done. Dream come true, but you're like, okay, I'm gonna do a Tarantino film, and then it's gonna be on for me, and then it's like nobody saw it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter though. I could sit around and go, you know what? That was some of the fucking funnest times of my life. I still have friends from that movie. I got Mike Beach onto the film, and we became crazy great friends all these years. And then there I am hanging out with Blake Saturday in Arizona, and we're reminiscing on the shoot and the times we had. And it was great to see him. That's really what it's about, man. Seeing people and just laughing, right? Call up a friend you haven't seen in a while. Give him a ring, Sometimes it's you need it more than you think. So it was great to hang with Blake. Walked around some outdoor mall. How are you going to have an outdoor mall in one of the hottest places on earth? How are you? It's like Green Bay Packers. How do you not have a roof in one of the coldest fucking places ever? And then no roof at the fucking hottest place ever, outdoor mall in fucking Scottsdale, walking around, seeing the iguanas. I call them iguanas. They got the cougars there, but they stay in the sun too long, so they're iguanas. They're just leathered up. And they're still wearing like beaded pants and Ed Hardy, and they got their brand new fucking fresh divorced Ferrari. They get out, just full iguana mode. There's men iguanas too. There, full male iguanas. What was that guy's name? He was a full iguana. The guy that played Evil Knievel back in the day. Oh God, I can see his fucking face. George Hamilton. I didn't even have to look it up. Brain's working. It's like my first day off caffeine. I feel like I might have to quit caffeine again. I just fucking, my anxiety has been fierce over the last 6 months. And, I love me some caffeine. I don't have anything. I don't do sugar anymore. I don't do nuts. So I fucking love iced matcha, unsweetened, blast of fucking caffeine. I'm jonesing for one right now. I haven't had one since Saturday, but I've had a lot of anxiety lately, and I know it's a lot to do with the caffeine, and then anxiety. Me, fuck. I hope I'm work. I hope I get some work. Fuck. I hope I get some gigs, and then you're juicing down this caffeine. It's like it just fucking turns it up. You're like, I gotta get work. Fuck. Fuck. So I don't know. I'm also caffeine's not supposed to be good for your reflux. So I mean, at some point there, you're like, why even fucking live? You know? Oh, you can't have barbecue. Oh, you can't have sugar. Oh, you can't have caffeine. You can't have fucking, anything. It's after a while, you're like, well, what the fuck? Why be here? I mean, I'm here because I love what I do. If I didn't love doing comedy, holy shit, I'd probably be dead. I'd be down in candy, taking fucking prescription drugs. I don't give a fuck. Trying to sell a motorcycle to somebody that has bad credit. You don't know how angry you get when you finally get the guy to say yes to buy the motorcycle and he forgets to tell you he has a credit score of like 420, 430. You're like, oh, dude. Towards the end of selling, I just run their credit first. They go, hey, I'm thinking about a bike. Well, let's run your credit. Oh, that's going to ding my credit. No, it won't. You just lie to them. No, it won't. It only dings it if you don't buy it, which is true. If you buy it, it doesn't really ding your credit. But if you don't buy it, it dings it. What are you doing, Gertie? Gertie got an allergy shot today. Gertie, what are you doing, Gertie? The guy said she has some fleas, so I got to give her this flea bath. I don't want to give her any of that flea medicine because it gives dogs seizures. So stay away from that. Get some organic, like tea tree oil shampoo. Good girl. Anyway, so yeah, whatever I was talking about. Fucking, oh, caffeine. See? I'm off it, so I'm fucking just pinging all over. Fuck, what was I saying? It's gonna be tough, man, because I love this ice matchas. Not only do I love the ice matchas, but I love just going and hanging out at this coffee shop in the morning and listening to my sets and answering emails and seeing a group of people in my neighborhood there and just enjoying life. So fuck, man, they don't make a decaf version of this, which is interesting because they make decaf green tea, but they don't have decaf matcha. I'm sure they probably do on Amazon or something, but it's not like this matcha is so fucking good. I'm in the bougie era of I drink matcha. Oh, okay, yeah, man. I guess I'm gonna get out of here. I want to thank you guys for joining me today and joining me every week and joining the Patreon. I'm going to Fort Collins, Colorado in a couple weeks to do 4 shows, 13th and 14th of June. Then I'll be out in Fort Worth, Texas in July. Yeah, there's a place you want to go in July. Texas, burning hot. Anyway, I'm going out there. Tickets on my website, deandelray.com. Also, some bonus episodes are coming up here on the Patreon. One will be out this week. And that's patreon.com/Dean Delray. And don't forget, my special 5836 is on YouTube right now. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the day. Before I get out of here, I want to say go and listen to Death Angels Act 3. They're going to be playing this record in full at the Fillmore in November for the holiday shows, 2 nights. So I went and listened to Act 3, and I hadn't listened to it in a couple years. And I'll tell you this, man, I forgot about this song, and it is so fucking good. Let me get it for you. Here we go. So Act 3 in 1990 came out, and what's his name did it? Max Norman, the guy that did the Aussie records, the Blizzard or Diary of a Madman. Anyway, this song on here, Veil of Deception, I had totally forgot about this song. I hadn't forgot about it. I just hadn't heard it in a long time. And it is a fucking knockout tune. The whole record is fantastic. A lot of people, this is their favorite Death Angel record. Mine is the Ultraviolence. And second would be Frolic Through the Park for me. Third would be Act 3. But a lot of people like Act 3 the most, which is cool. I listened to it all the way through a couple days ago, twice. Hadn't listened to it in years. And then I got on a full Death Angel fucking kick, Ultraviolence, into Frolic Through the Park, into Act 3. And then I just started thinking about, I think these guys, for me, you know, you had the big four. And then people were like, well, big five would be Exodus. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this. I think Exodus is one of the greatest of all times, but I only like Bonded by Blood. I think that was a band for me that was so monumental in the thrash speed metal world, but it's really about Gary and Bailoff to me, that chemistry and insanity of what they put together. So to me, I would have to pick Death Angel over uh over Exodus these days in my life as far as body of work. And that's not a diss, because I think Bonded by Blood is top three, records ever out of the Bay Area as far as metal. Hands down, Bonded by Blood. Sometimes I choose Bonded by Blood over Metallica, and Metallica is my favorite. So that's sometimes just where I'm at in my life. I put it on and I just go, I can't believe. And then there were none. And Bonded by Blood, Piranha, the album cover, the sound, the everything. But man, Ultraviolence, it is just as fucking insane to me. The Ultraviolence. Let me just get into that real quick here. I mean, Thrashers, Evil Priest, Voracious Souls, Kill Is One, Ultraviolence, Mistress of Pain, Final Death. This thing is a straight up masterpiece by people that were in their teens. 1987. I was 3 years out of high school. They dropped one of the greatest fucking metal records ever. The album cover's amazing. The logo's amazing. Fucking crazy. 88, they get signed to Geffen. Do Frolic Through the Park. And then that 1990, Act 3. Unreal. Unreal, man. I am so proud of those guys. I think about it. I've had Rob on and Andy and Mark, and holy shit, they just out there still playing metal. Not Andy and Death Angel anymore, but Andy's still playing drums. And those guys are fucking metal pioneers, man. I mean, they did it and they're still doing it. Holy shit, man. They sound better than ever. It's crazy. So anyway, go give Death Angel some love this week. I had to send that out there because I just started thinking about it as I dug into Act 3 again. Candles lit, my friends. I love you. I will see you soon. Fort Collins, Colorado. Let's do it.